Hey guys, it's Democracy in December, the census edition. Yesterday I mentioned that some people commute to vote, or they vote near their vacation house instead of in the district where they normally live. And the reason this is so effective is because often there are a lot of Democrats in a city and then a bunch of districts outside the city with a slim margin of Republican control. And I think this is a really interesting phenomenon that's not only due to the way districts are drawn. I think when you're in a city, you learn the power of polishing things that are new. When you live on a farm, you learn the power of cleaning things that are old. And one of the results of that, I think, is that people in densely populated areas tend to think that we need to look out for people who are not in our family, and people in sparsely populated areas tend to think that we need to look out for people who are in our family. And as a result of this, the Republican Party tends to be a little more shameless about using their power to maintain their own chances of getting reelected. And this is a phenomenon that is a tradition in the Republican Party, but even before that party existed, it was visible in the framers of the Constitution when they created the Senate, the Electoral College, and other structures that concentrate power in places that are sparsely populated. So there's going to be a census in 2020 and one in 2030, each of which will be followed by a redistricting process. And I think it's possible that by 2030 our government will be run almost entirely by algorithms. So this opportunity in 2020 might be our last chance to create algorithms that draw districts. And obviously, whatever algorithms get suggested are going to be thoroughly vetted before they even come to be decided, so that people will kind of have an idea of what the results are likely to be. So now is a good time to think about how we can use the census process to create incentives for how we want to look out for each other. And so it's a question, do we use the process to create incentives, or do we allow the process to observe incentives? And it's totally legitimate for the Democratic Party and its sympathizers to want to have a fair hand, have a fair process. But at the same time, this opportunity in this coming years might be a very pivotal one. So I have a lot more coming for you tomorrow, and thank you very much for coming to my channel.